This program is designed and produced by the community with the support of Cogeco TV.
Hello and welcome to the next episode of Our Home with Mayor Sendzik. I'm Walter Sendzik, your host for the next half hour, and this is our summer finale. So we're going to be taking a break for the summer, and I know a lot of you are going to be disappointed, but much like the Game of Thrones, we have to reset. We have to come up with a new plan for the fall. So bear with us. We will be back in the fall, but for now, we are going to talk about a wonderful event that's coming up in August. It's the Mayor's Marche that's held at 13th Street, and it's in support of the Niagara Community Foundation. So on the show today, we have Bryan Rose, who is the new Executive Director of the Niagara Community Foundation, to discuss the foundation, his new role, and the upcoming 13th Annual Mayor's Marche. And we also have joining him, Lindsay Marcaccio. See, I'm using some of my Italian that I learned from Mayor Diodati. So Lindsay Marcaccio is the retail events and club manager at 13th Street Winery, who is also on the Mayor's Marche Planning Committee and organizes this great event that takes place, plus a number of other things that take place at 13th Street Winery, which has the best butter tarts in all of Niagara, and I think one of the best butter tarts in all of Ontario. So if you haven't had a butter tart lately, you need to go to 13th Street Winery. So, Bryan, just briefly talk about Bryan. And Bryan joined the foundation in actually this year, and he has in April of 2016. But prior to that, he was a senior development officer for Mohawk College Foundation, spent 14 years fundraising and alumni relations at Niagara College. So, Bryan, you have deep roots. Oh, Ridley College.
Ridley College.
See, there you go. I'm thinking colleges, but my heart rests with Niagara College.
I hear you.
And Bryan has a long history in St. Catharines. He also has a bachelor's degree with arts, history, and political science from Western University's Huron University College, and a master's of arts executive leadership from the University of Guelph. But most importantly, you grew up in St. Catharines.
Absolutely.
Where did you grow up in St. Catharines?
The North End, so Royal Henley Boulevard, just off of Ontario Street, Ontario and Linwell.
And where'd you go to school?
My primary school was Meadowvale,
Yeah.
and then after Meadowvale, I headed off to Ridley for 7 years.
Wonderful.
Prior to university, yeah.
That's great. So you have deep roots in our community, and I'm sure you look forward to getting back to Niagara and all the things that we have to offer here.
It is wonderful to be home.
Welcome back. As they say in Newfoundland, he's a come from away. He went away for a bit, and now you're home to do a great job with the Community Foundation. And Lindsay, she has a passion for food, wine, and travel. It has been her enthusiasm that has compelled her to seek out educational institutions and travel experiences, Italy, New Zealand, Australia, all to hone her skills and broaden her knowledge. Lindsay is a graduate of the CAPS program at Niagara College. See, that's why I had Niagara College in the brain. Yeah, it's one of those things that I have. And has successfully completed food and wine dynamics as well as an ISG level 1 and 2. What is that, an International Sommelier Guild? See,
Correct.
Close?
Close.
The acronym is ISG, but you're moving towards your sommelier certificate?
I already have it.
You already have it?
Yes.
So what is a sommelier for those of viewers at home?
Someone who really likes to drink wine.
Okay, but you're doing it for educational purposes.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
and so you're learning about it, and as a sommelier, you would see a sommelier at a winery,
Typically in restaurants.
at restaurants?
Yes.
And what's
So
the role that they play at the restaurant?
You run the wine program there, so you take care of organizing the wine lists, also educating staff on how to properly serve wine, being able to deliver a great wine experience to your customers. You can also work in wineries such as I do, and that helps to train the staff so you have that world knowledge, and also being able to relate to customers that come in where Niagara wines are in comparison to the world. So it's quite handy.
And what's fascinating is that 20 years ago, there probably wouldn't have been many sommeliers in Niagara. and
No.
because of the growth of the Niagara wine industry, we have many sommeliers at restaurants and also at wineries. So
Correct.
it's great to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And those who are looking to find out more about wine, 13th Street is the place to be, because that's where you'll find Lindsay, and she'll be helping to organize the different events that take place at 13th Street Winery. So, Bryan, we're going to start with you because you're the newest kid on the block, and you're the new executive director of the Niagara Community Foundation, taking over for Liz Palmieri.
Yes.
So what's that been like so far?
Well, Liz is extremely well respected throughout the region for 16 years plus of amazing service to the region and the philanthropic sector. So much so that Brock University actually just presented her with an honorary degree a couple of weeks ago, which was extremely well deserved. So for me, as someone who's passionate about philanthropy, to have the opportunity to learn and work from someone like Liz is a tremendous opportunity. Fortunately for me, she's still on retainer with the foundation, so she's not too far away. But I realize that I stand on the shoulders of a giant. I'm not filling anybody's shoes. Liz is so well respected and so my job is to carry on the wonderful legacy that she and the great volunteers at the foundation and staff have done. So far, it's been a tremendous transition. I've had the opportunity to meet so many different people, whether they're donors, community stakeholders, leaders, mayors, members of town council throughout the region. It's been a very warm welcome, and I'm honored to be back home and serving the community that I love.
So what is the most exciting part about your job today?
I would say that it's the variety of my days. No day is the same. No conversation is the same. So my day, can start with, a morning at Cogeco. I have a meeting with one of our charity partners this afternoon, and then a call with a donor later on. So my day is very full, but it's different. A couple of weeks ago, I started my day in Thorold, had lunch in Grimsby, and finished my day off in Niagara on the Lake. So it's been wonderful to drive throughout the region and meet all the different important people.
I thought you were going to say one of your days started with a journey to Lincoln and...
Well, yes, yeah, Lincoln, and I've been to Waynfleet already a couple of times, Port Colborne. So this job really, we're working with different people all throughout the region. So, yeah.
Does your day ever include savoring a bottle of sparkling wine?
Yes, actually, it has.
Really?
Recently, yes.
That's interesting. Tell us that story.
Well, we had a wonderful photo op with you and our sponsors of the Marche event.
Yeah.
And my colleague Joanne Crick thought it would be very fun to have the new guy savor a bottle of sparkling wine, although I had never done it before. Thank God for YouTube. And thank God for the people at 13th Street Winery that were patient. And I'll just say that two out of three ain't bad.
Right. That's
and my hand has recovered
Yes.
from the explosion.
For those at home, savoring is when you take a bottle of champagne or sparkling wine and you take a sword up to the neck of it, and you can actually lop it off. And Bryan, you did a tremendous job, and yes, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I think that's a Meatloaf song.
I think so. Yes.
Right. Considering what happened to Meatloaf in Edmonton,
Poor guy.
Poor guy. Anyways, I think we'll have a photo of poor guy for you too.
That's okay.
Coming up. But in terms of the impact that the foundation has on the community, so what is it, as a fresh set of eyes? What is it that's been something that you've looked at and went, I didn't know that the foundation had that much of an impact on community?
Well, I think I was first introduced to the Niagara Community Foundation during my years at Ridley through Betty Lou Suter. She introduced me to Liz Palmieri, and so I had a decent idea of what the foundation was all about in terms of granting and supporting other non-for-profits and charities in the Niagara region. So that part was very exciting. What is new to the foundation and what Liz has really driven and built in the last couple of years is the foundation's leadership in non-for-profit excellence. So in terms of helping and supporting other non-for-profits help themselves to build capacity, to build expertise. So we have two major programs going on right now. The Legacy Leadership Program, where consultants help other charities with their planned giving program, which is extremely important to their long-term viability. And the other part is board governance. So we have a governance partners program as well. And again, working with charities to strengthen themselves internally, so when they go out into the public, they're ready to go.
That's great. And so there's a lot of information that people can learn by going to the Niagara Community website or
Correct.
Checking out. And I think I'm going to pivot over to Lindsay, because one of the ad campaigns that the Community Foundation is undertaking is showing the different philanthropic people in our community that are donating to Community Foundation. One of them is Doug and Karen Whitty. And their ads, many people have seen them in the Standard or Niagara This Week, and you'll see those two individuals who are great community people. And Lindsay, you have good fortune to work at 13th Street Winery. So tell us a bit about what the winery does in terms of its overall commitment or impact in the community.
Absolutely. So Doug and Karen Whitty, owners of 13th Street Winery, definitely have a big heart to give back to the community, and one way in which they do that significantly is through the Grapes of Wrath.
Right.
Which
that was just held a couple days ago.
It was, yes, June 25th.
Yeah.
And it's the 5th year that we've held it.
Yeah.
It's an annual event, raises money in partnership with Canadian Cancer Society, and it's just taken off. It's fantastic.
Yeah. How many mayors were in there?
Well, I believe you ran it,
well,
right?
I think I was the only mayor covered in mud.
Yes, I was absolutely stunned by that.
This time by your own choice.
It's true, but you have a number of events like the Handmade Market.
Correct, yes.
And that helps to support the local arts community?
It does. So Mark and Jennifer Elliottson are the organizers and the founders of the Handmade Market, and we are the venue for it in May as well as in September, and it's massive. They have over 80 craft artisan vendors there, food trucks, local musicians. So it's just amazing to see all these people together on the property, just really celebrating local arts and talent.
And then through the summertime, you have different themes for events that are taking place on weekends.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. One of the things we've really done a great job with are food and wine seminars. So this past weekend, we actually had a couple originally from Niagara who now source chocolate, cacao beans actually, and make their own chocolate bars. And their hope is to come back to Niagara and start their own roasting facility. And so we had them there at the winery, and they educated everyone on chocolate, how it's made, how it's sourced. They're very big on direct trade as well. And of course, we brought in the wine component. So I have another sommelier on staff, Corinne Mond, and she is fantastic at educating guests about wine. So it's a really great partnership.
Wonderful. So speaking of partnerships, when we come back from the break, we're going to talk about the Mayor's Marche, which is coming up in August, and it's being held at 13th Street Winery, and it's in partnership with the Niagara Community Foundation. So stay tuned. And welcome back to Our Home with Mayor Sendzik. I'm Walter Sendzik, your host for today's episode, and we're talking about things to do in the summertime, and we've got the best event. It's the most attended mayor's event in the summertime in Niagara, and it's the Mayor's Marche. It's being held at 13th Street Winery, and it's in support of the Niagara Community Foundation. So here we go again with a very popular event. So Lindsay, second year at 13th Street.
Yes.
So what makes it special to host an event like this at 13th Street?
A, it's in support of such a great cause. B, it really brings awareness to wineries in St. Catharines, particularly 13th Street Winery and Bakery, but it also brings together a really good team of people to work with. This is my second year on the committee, and it's been fantastic. It's amazing to see how everyone works really well together. And it's just great to really bring awareness to the wine industry in the area and the Niagara Community Foundation.
So it really is a unique event. And Bryan, you weren't able to go there last year. Obviously, you were at Mohawk College.
Yes. I was still living in St. Catharines, but yeah, this will be my first year, and I can't wait.
What makes it special, I think, and I really appreciated the experience at 13th Street because it's uniquely Niagara. And so we brought the country to this event, the farm aspect of it, the being surrounded by vineyards. And that's something special because 13th Street is located in St. Catharines. And so going out there was really a more casual experience. And I think that's what a lot of people are looking for when it's a summer event. So you're not wearing a suit, and you're wearing jeans. You're not wearing high heels. You're at a farm. You're at a winery.
You're in the vineyard, and it also brings together too local musicians, which is great.
So we had talk about that. So you have what's the musical setup sort of thing.
Great. So last year we had Mel Monaco. This year we're looking at emerging artists in St. Catharines, Niagara. I believe Beth Moore is one of the candidates.
Whitney P., I believe, is the other one, and Aaron Berger.
Yes.
So they were from the St. Catharines Art Awards. They're emerging artists. And how are, for the viewers, what's the musical setup? How do they play?
There is a stage, but we really want to encourage a lot of mixing and mingling. So we want people to listen to the music, but also not be afraid to get up and dance as well, but also get a chance to connect with each other, meet and greet new people, and really support the emerging talent in the area.
So it's not a sit-down dinner. So for those viewers at home, again, who are thinking, what's this event like? It is more of a grazing style.
It is, yeah. We do have food stations, some fantastic restaurants in the area, like Bulette, Wellington Court, Linguini's, Savoya, 13th Street Bakery. Desserts will be there as well.
I think that includes the butter tarts.
Yeah, it does. So yes, people get to walk around. You can actually even talk to some of the chefs who will be there as well. We have great wineries and breweries from the area. We'll have obviously ourselves, Henry Pelham, Niagara College Brewery and Winery programs there. So you really get a chance to meet the producers, talk to them, and really learn more. There are some picnic tables, of course, so we do have a little bit of seating available. We have some wonderful fire stations, I shouldn't say stations, fire pits as well.
Fire pits.
Great Muskoka chairs. So there's a little bit of a cottage, sort of outdoor, relaxed environment. So people really get the chance to just kick off their shoes and really enjoy the ambiance.
And I think that's what made it unique last year, is how casual it was, but yet you had the food and wine, which were spectacular, and beer, and then you had this opportunity to sit around a fire if you chose, and so many people did that as the sun went down and the moon came out. And really, that's what makes it unique, is that opportunity to be outside, to be out in the country and experience an event that supports the foundation. So Bryan, the support of this, where does the funds go?
So the proceeds of this great event go to the Investing in the St. Catharines Youth Fund with the Niagara Community Foundation. And this fund really goes to support the youth in St. Catharines, participate in a variety of activities, throughout the region, throughout the city. So it can be arts, it can be athletics. It's really just funding available to help kids get involved and do things fun things in the community. So since it started in 2004, this fund has serviced over 2,200 kids throughout St. Catharines. So the impact is spectacular, and we're very grateful to carry it on, and more kids will be the direct beneficiaries of this.
Now, I just twigged into this. By twig, it means my brain just went, that's interesting.
Eureka.
This year is our 13th annual at 13th Street.
Winery.
I just made a connection between
How
them.
fitting.
So it is fitting that we're at 13th Street Winery. Some sponsors, London Life and Freedom 55.
London Life, Freedom 55, yes, the Kemps.
They're the title
Great.
sponsors.
They're our title sponsor, yes.
And there's a lot of other businesses that come out to support this. I know, Rankin was there last year, and
Yes.
the tickets will move quickly. And I think that what people need to understand is that we wait until the last minute to buy a lot of our tickets, but this is an event that could potentially sell out quickly. Last year we had more than 400 people there, and it was outside, and we're expecting more this year. Tickets are
$125 a piece. However, if you order 10, it's $1,100. Right. So there's a little bit of a benefit to bulk ordering.
And includes, it's all in, right?
It's all in, yes.
Yeah.
So
you don't bring your wallet, you just get your ticket, and then come and enjoy the evening.
And enjoy the evening, absolutely.
And don't wear a suit and tie.
That's right.
No,
I guess this is...
Ladies, watch the heels. It is grass.
It is grass, so you want
I
to make
suggest
sure
platforms
comfortable.
or flat shoes.
They've already aerated at the winery, so no one needs to come with high heels.
And in fact, we've already been receiving calls for tickets already at the winery.
So where would you get the tickets?
So the tickets are through our website. So www.niagaracommunityfoundation.org under our events tab. So you can order online, or you can actually call the foundation directly, and we'll take care of all the ticket ordering and get you set up.
Okay, and then for 13th Street Winery to look at what you're doing this year, obviously 13thstreetwinery.com.
Yes, absolutely.
And also, are you on Twitter, Facebook?
We are on Twitter, we are on Facebook, and I would say probably the website is the best source of information.
Okay.
And then with Twitter and Facebook, we like to just do little peeps about what's going on, but definitely go to the website. Even give us a call. We're happy to talk to you over the phone too and let you know what's happening.
Okay, so summer wine. What's the summer wine that you would choose for a backyard on a patio that doesn't need savoring?
That doesn't need savoring? That's a tough one. Well, I always go with our Cuvée Rosé, which is our sparkling rosé, refreshing,
All right.
gorgeous.
Just don't use a savor on it.
No, you don't need to. But also our new Burger Blend White, fantastic. Riesling Pinot Grigio, really refreshing, just such a thirst-quenching wine.
Okay, so rosé and
Burger Blend White.
Burger Blend White.
Correct.
Those are for the back patio.
Yes.
Brian, what are some of your favorite beverages that you would have in summertime? It's patio time. You're like, I need to relax. For a
Well,
bit.
I certainly do enjoy the 13th Street Burger Blend, the original. I had some of that over the weekend, for Father's Day, so I was able to enjoy that. Summer cocktails are just a lot of fun. There's lots to do. I've just started dipping my toe into the sangria pool. So a little red sangria, a little white wine sangria. So
Nice.
So-
And for those who are interested and they want to see more of 13th Street beyond the butter tarts, the wine, and the overall bakery that it has there, it's also an artist enclave.
It is.
Meaning there's artwork that adorn the walls, and it is actually one of the only wineries in Niagara that is focused on featuring wine art on the walls.
Correct.
So just briefly touch on that,
Sure.
Lindsay.
Doug has a huge passion for art, and so we have the gallery room, which actually hosts paintings and works from local artists. In fact, one of our staff member, Julie Snyder, she had a showing there. So we really want to bring local talent to the winery. People can come, have a glass of wine, have some lunch, check out the art, and people can purchase the paintings and works of art as well. And we have permanent sculptures on site for people to take a tour around the grounds as well.
Okay, so there you go. You've got wine, you've got food, you got music, you got art, and all for a great cause, which is the Niagara Community Foundation. And I want to congratulate you, Brian, on behalf of the community for taking on the role of executive director. I think it's one of the strongest organizations that we have in Niagara, and the work that the foundation does for not just social organizations, but for people looking to provide and donate and give back to the community. It provides such an excellent place in which they can have that trust, that built-in knowledge that their dollars will go to help great causes in the community. So you're with a great organization that has a tremendous impact on Niagara. So it's wonderful to have you home.
thank you.
And we always say we want to bring people back to Niagara. We want to bring young folks back, people with families. And I think we're starting to do that. We're starting to see Niagara and St. Catharines as a place that's attracting people back to our community, and our community is going to benefit and grow from there. And Lindsay, looking forward again to the 13th Street experience and also to the Marche. So with that, this is the final episode of the summer for 2016, and we're gonna
Mayor Sendzik, welcome to Niagara Falls. You got a lot of nerve. He comes into this city with a dirty car. He takes my parking spot, and then he hijacks your show. I heard you're talking about my ratings. I got an idea to get your ratings higher. You got that, everybody? Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Now there's the ratings. I heard that your ratings doubled recently when your mom started watching. Is that true? Anyways, I know we don't have time. This is the end of your show. We're going to come back and do another show. We're going to talk a little more about the ratings, but welcome to Niagara Falls, Mayor.
It is definitely the #1 rated show on Cogeco now. Oh my gosh, you're nuts. You're nuts.
I got to get a picture of this. Can we do a selfie? I'm sorry.
I was like, maybe you should get one of the two of you.
Oh, yeah. Could you do that?
Oh my.
Okay, give me 1 second. We got to. Okay, this is live.
How did you get by security?
Security.
I think they were bribed. Smile.
One more. One more here, kids now. Awesome. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
All right, enjoy the show.
All right, so that wraps up the.
How do you follow that?
That wraps up the last episode of season 2, heading into the summer. We hope everyone has a wonderful, safe summer. Enjoy all that Niagara has to offer. Capture it on Our Home STC. Use the hashtag photos, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Just showcase how proud you are to be from St. Catharines in Niagara, and just really, you can take a photo of this and put it up if you want. Anyways, take care.